Canadian wine lovers, stop by. We're going to be chatting Canadian wine. We are going to be sharing some of the highlights of tasting Canadian wines in really iconic, crazy, amazing locations in France as we're scoping out our members' trip next June. So we're still in a super remote location right now in Europe, in Romania, and there's no internet here and it's 3 a.m. So this is slightly pre-recorded, but let's connect anyway about Canadian wine. Stay tuned.
Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday. It's 5 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time in Canada. So,
8 o'clock Eastern.
yeah, and now I don't
We
know.
don't even know what time it is where we are. We've been traveling for a little while. And why are we traveling, Carl?
We are now in a little remote mountain village in Romania. And I have a little bottle of Romanian wine that I want to share with you a little later on. But I tell you one thing, we are just coming from Burgundy because we're scoping our trip for next June and we have some update for you guys. If you're interested to see this girl and this guy having a little sip of Claus and cheese by the wall at DRC. That's coming for you. So yeah, no, we just spent 4 days in Burgundy, well, 3.5 days in Burgundy, which was but we found a bunch of stuff for you. We found some really cool stuff. So yeah.
And so if you're not aware what this is about, a bunch of members and us are going to Burgundy next June.
And producers.
And winemakers. And we are going to taste Canadian wines and the most amazing Burgundian wines and just yeah, have a wonderful time in Burgundy while showing, I guess, ourselves, but also the world what Canadian wine is all about, side by side, some of the greats. So it was a truly amazing experience to be there in person, finally, after all these years of hearing about Burgundy. I had never been. You had never been.
I've never been. I travel the world about for wines. I've been in different regions, Italy, France, Spain, name it, but never been in the homeland of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. So it was a first for both of us.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was showing that because this is my French spit cup. For the one who are used to the show and seeing my Carl's Wine Club cup. Yeah, I have my European one now that we got at the Bone Market.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we took this picture. It's kind of fun before we left, and it's photoshopped. Check this out. We found a picture of Romanée-Conti online. We put a bunch of Canadian wines all around, decorated it with Canadian wine. So there it is. We said, we want to do that one day. And then we're like, let's do it now. So we did. So this is the Photoshop version. And we found out that the picture we got off the random internet with that Romanée-Conti tower, that doesn't exist.
Yeah,
we found the steps and the wall, but not that tower. So look.
Well, there's a little tower, but there's no plaque like that.
No,
on that tower.
There's the Photoshop version, and here is the real version.
There you go, and look at that plaque down here.
So that's pretty fun.
Right under the bottle of the Silva, there's that Romanée-Conti plaque. So yeah, we were there. The most famous place for Chardonnay and Pinot Noir for Pinot Noir in the world. And funny enough, like you see that bottle with Mira, we literally cracked a bottle of Claus and Chase right there at the wall. We poured a glass, and there was tourists from all over the world, a Chinese guy, some German people, some Austrian people, and we're literally sipping on the bottle of Clausen cheese, soft glow 2022. And I look at Mira, I said, fuck that. I'm calling Keith Dyers. And so I called the winemaker at Clausen cheese. He's right there.
Guess where we are tasting your wines?
He said, where are you guys? And like, yeah, we're at DRC tasting Clausen cheese. And should I say what he said to him?
What
No?
did he say?
Fuck you, Carl Boucher.
Yeah.
That's what he said. But that was awesome. So nice phone call with my buddy Keith, winemaker at Clausen Chase, right? Sipping his wine at DRC.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I mean, it's kind of a spiritual place for wine people and for foodies in general. It's like the home of the foodie, Burgundy. We felt right at home with a lot of foodies around. They had at this one wine shop / cheesemakery /
How about we start from the very beginning?
I wanted to say that they have not just a wine flavor wheel, but they have a pepper flavor wheel.
Yeah.
Because apparently there's different types of peppers as well and salts. And,
okay, I want to do a little bit of chronology here. So we got to Burgundy. We rented a little gîte in Bligny-les-Beaunes. So 10 minutes from the village of Beaune, 10 minutes from Marceau, 10 minutes from Pomar, like really well located. So we stayed there with the kids. And our first morning when we left the kids at the gîte, and not saying that they were skinny dipping in the pool in October, but
maybe, possibly.
But we headed, Mira and I, at the village in Beaune, and first stop, it was Alain Hesse Fromagerie. This is the most famous fromagerie in France because when we were in Bordeaux, not in Bordeaux, when we were in Paris, people were telling me about that fromagerie in Burgundy. And I'm like, everywhere that I'm looking for information about Burgundy, this name always came back. So anyway, so we made our way to Alain's fromagerie like early in the morning, and oh my God, we were not disappointed. So members were coming with us in Burgundy in June. We have something planned. We talked with the manager. This place, like Mira didn't want to leave. Like literally, she wanted to buy stakes in that business. Like she's like, no, I'm staying here. I want to be part of that team.
It's amazing.
Like the selection of cheese and the fresh saucisson, so sausages, dry sausages like they do in Burgundy is just off the chart. They have everything you can imagine. And so yeah, anyway, for people who are coming with us, this place, put that on the piece of paper. Alain Hesse cheese fromager will be on our list. So that was one of our first stop. Our first meal at night, the first night we were there, we were recommended to go see the Conti, right? I pronounced it correctly, Amir? Probably. So. And it's a restaurant made in a cave built in the 1500s.
Okay. I think older than that. Like
I think it was the 1500s. And anyway, doesn't matter. Like at least 500-year-old cave, and there's a restaurant down there, right in the heart of Beaune, down under.
And by cave, I think you mean like a cellar. They're like tunnels. Like
yeah.
All these places, these little towns all over Burgundy, they have these like cellars, like kilometers of tunnels underneath.
They call it caves.
Yeah, they call them caves or caves. Yeah. Anyway, they're like arched, and some of them are really like you have to crouch down, and some of them are like bigger. And they've got,
because the fromagerie has the same thing. They have some tasting space under the fromagerie
underneath,
where you can go and they store all of their wine, because they're not only a fromagerie, there's also a wine store.
See, is this a picture of it? This is one of them. Yeah.
That is there. This is the restaurant.
That's the restaurant.
So at the restaurant. So now, if you can put some, because we were suggest like some people told us to go there. Well, I think that Thomas Batchelder. So
Yes.
Thomas sent us a manifest of all of his years in Burgundy with a list of places to not miss. And so that was on
That
Thomas's
was one
list.
of them. Yeah.
It sure was.
Nice.
So we got there, and
So that's the
es-
Burgundian snails, the
the
escargot.
escargot, les escargots, and then with a little bottle of half bottle of Merceau, 2019 from Bouchard Père et Fils. I was so surprised of the price.
Oh yeah,
Like it was 47 euros.
yeah.
Okay. So I mean,
It was a
for a
very good wine.
2019 Merceau,
Hmm.
it was incredible. So so yeah, so the first course was the escargot, and the second course, that's where everything shit hit the fan in a very good way.
In a good way,
Oh
yeah.
my
There's
god.
this risotto, which
Yeah.
is probably the best risotto I have ever had in my life. And then let me get you a picture of the one that you were
Les
just went
le
crazy
oh yeah,
over.
oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have a picture of it. Oh my God.
You're not?
No. So it was, what's it called?
Œuf à l'époise, like the
Œuf à
époise.
l'époise. So époise are these like really stinky cheeses, like farmers' cheeses in
Burgundy.
Burgundy. And what they do is they melt them. What, with some
With
Chardonnay,
cream,
cream,
Chardonnay, and they
like
put in their lardon, which
oh,
is
little
bacon,
bits of like fatty bacon.
and poached egg in there.
And they poach the egg in the melted stinky cheese. Oh
It's too
my
bad you don't have that
goodness.
picture. Oh my
It's
god.
so good. It's so freaking good. It's incredible.
So anyway, that dinner. Oh, and the kids are so funny because the kids, after the third restaurant we did, they said, "Dad, why does everywhere we go, every restaurant we go, the wine list is 100 times bigger than the dinner, than the food menu?
in
Every place have a Bible."
Burgundy. Yeah. It's huge wine list and then like a few things to eat.
My middle
Oh,
boy asked, he said, can one day we can see a dessert list as thick as that?
yeah. And then the other thing to know about France in general is they don't really eat much during the day. Like between 12 p.m. and
Not
6
well,
p.m.
not 12, let's say 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's
Sometimes 12:30.
some place,
Anyway, till like 6:30 p.m., a big chunk in the afternoon, they're either closed altogether or they're open, but they're like, oh, only for wine.
yeah,
Yeah, we're not serving food.
no food
So there's like literally no food anywhere.
anywhere. Like we went to Nuit Saint Georges, a little village, like 30 minutes out of Beaune, and we didn't have lunch. And we're planning to have lunch there, but it was past 2:30. We could not save our life to find food. Holy smokes.
We
We
got
ended
so
up
excited. There was one restaurant that said service continu, right? Which I thought it meant like 24/7 or something. No, it just means that they don't take that big long afternoon break from the food service. Oh, we went in there and they're like, oh no,
oh
no,
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 no, no, no, no, no, not today.
no, we're
Not today. Not
closed
today.
for food service until 6:30.
And
No.
we
So
found a wine festival. Les Bourrus.
yeah.
Le Festival des Bourrus. Okay, so this
Okay.
is our glass.
So not like a normal wine festival that we'd normally go to, but I went in mainly because they were promising that they give you this little glass and then they let you taste the wine at different stages of fermentation. It was like the freshly
Grape juice.
pressed grape juice that morning. And then there was like slightly fermented and a little more fermented. And then there was like the finished wine from last year.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So it was kind of in harvest time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a
Yeah.
harvest festival, they said.
Yeah, really cool.
So yeah, that was pretty cool in Nuit Saint Georges, and so that was one of the afternoon that we were there, and after that, that's after that we went to Domaine la Romanée-Conti,
Yeah,
because we really had to. I mean, it's like
it's iconic.
it's
So
iconic. It's like going to Paris and not going to the Eiffel Tower, right?
look how beautiful.
So
Holy
that's
smokes.
the famous vineyard. If you look for the winery or the tasting room, you can look for years because it doesn't like it's a little. It's not advertising. You can't go for tasting. So, but the vineyard itself. So cool. We were there. It was like you said. I think you said it perfectly. It's spiritual.
It is, yeah. So people were coming to this. There's a big cross, and then there's that Romanée-Conti wall, and people were just like you can tell when they pull up. These are like serious
Yeah,
wine people. They love
exactly.
their wine. They're from all over the world. There's a sign closer to like just a little further down that says, "We know you're excited, but please don't jump the fence, don't climb the fence,
Don't go in the
and
vineyard.
don't go in the vineyard."
And so
So
yeah, we crack a bottle, and I don't know why we're the only one to do that that day. Like I didn't
that's
see anyone
yeah,
else
no one
walking.
else was bringing their
No,
wine.
no, no.
Oh, but the Canadian wine served as a prop for some pictures. People were like, "Great, you have wine here." They're like, "Can
Yeah,
we?"
we had some Chinese people taking pictures with Canadian wines.
Yes, they were like, "Can we use your wines as a props just
Yeah,
so we have better pictures?" We're like, "Yeah, go for it. It's Canadian though." And they're like, "Canadian." Um,
yeah, that was
but that
really.
that was actually quite eye-opening about the Okanagan. We take it for granted and Niagara that you can just drive around, find a winery, go in there and taste their wine. And not so in Burgundy.
No, no, no. And it was a Sunday. There was Sunday,
Oh,
and
nothing was open.
they're all closed.
But even if it's open, you don't just go into a winery and expect to get a tasting. You need
No.
an appointment.
Oh, you need an
Yeah.
appointment, and if you get one without an appointment, you need to know they exist, and you
Yeah.
need to know. And the
Like you would
signs are
never
big
know
like
they're
that.
there.
This is a little plaque on a
Tiny,
brick wall.
tiny.
That's it.
And oftentimes fenced in, like if they're closer into the little town, it's fenced in and it's not really marked. And there are these big gates that you don't know what they are. Like they don't look like a winery, that's for sure.
Mhm.
They look like somebody's house, and there's other houses there. And yeah, it's fascinating, fascinating. And if you do get in, it's not unheard of to get charged, 50 euros for a tasting or,
Oh, that's what it
you
costs.
know,
And
so
but you taste six wine from the sort of 6 to 8 wines, some of the Grand Cru, Premier Cru, and I mean, like and you're with the vigneron. Like it's not like a tasting room clerk. No, this is either the daughter of the man who owns the vineyard or the winery, and
it's
like
a
it's a
very
family.
different world.
It's a
Yeah,
complete different world.
it's very
Um,
different.
so
And
yeah,
it's like, where do you go? So that's the hard job we had to do, is to find out for our members what would be good for us to visit as a
so
group next
we
June.
kind of have our first
Uh,
appointment. We kind of have our first in the book experience that we're going to do or a Chardonnay day because we definitely went to Meursault. So we spent some time in Meursault, and we after looking around, talking, because it's like, and another thing too. Very rarely a winery will take 30 people.
that's right.
Like that's one
Yeah.
thing. Like in Meursault, I was told there's only two wineries who can take your group. That's it. There's Chateau Meursault, and the other one I can't remember the name on the top of my head, but so we headed to Chateau Meursault. We had a chat with Pierre Roussel, and Pierre, an amazing, like awesome guy, and yeah, he's gonna
Who
like
knew some of the same people we know in
yeah.
Calgary, which is wild.
Yeah, that's so wild. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some of people in the wine business that we know in Calgary. So yeah, we had a great chat, and yes, they have room for us, and we're gonna have a really cool experience at Chateau Meursault, which we had a nice bottle of wine with them and great chat. So Chateau Meursault is a awesome in one of the big property in Meursault, my favorite village for Chardonnay. So yeah, it was one of our highlight of I think that was Sunday morning. I don't know. I'm not. I lost track where.
It's
Um,
been a bit of a blur of the last few weeks, but really worthwhile
so
and
Chateau
really
Meursault,
amazing.
that's something I wanted to keep you posted on. And oh yeah, that was fun. This is La Cité des Climats.
So
The
climat is what they call, like what
terroir.
we call,
Terroir.
yeah, but what do we call it in Canada? there's Le Climat, but in Canada we call it
Appellation,
appellations.
like
And that's appellations in Niagara, and in the Okanagan we call them what? It's
oh,
they're slightly different. I mean, you can say appellations, right? But they call them Le Climat in
in
Burgundy.
Burgundy, and this is kind of a wine museum, kind of, and they do a lot of different like they have a teaching floor, like the second floor. It's all for teaching for the students who do their degrees in wine, but also they have a ton of different experience for the wine lovers who go there. Something like l'étude des paysages. What is that? Right?
Study of the landscape.
Study of the landscape. That's what it is. So they have a tower there. They're going to take you up. You're going to look over the villages where they are. So it's just outside of Beaune. So and they explain to you where are the premier cru, where are the grand cru, and which one is which, and all of that. This is really cool. And they even take you on a bus to take you to one of the highest point in the Côte d'Or, and you study the paysage with a guide. So it's really, really cool. They do also aromas and flavors study and all that. They're really, really cool. And they have a restaurant on the top floor. And we had a chance to meet with one of the head teacher there. And not only we had fun with her because she's extremely competent. She is so good. And one of her best friends is the captain of Team France wine taster.
Oh yeah.
There's a world championship of wine taster, and they just won gold at the world. And the captain of Team France is her best friend. They train together.
Yeah, she was very
like we play hockey, they taste wine.
knowledgeable. And here's the funny thing: we gave her some Canadian wine.
Well,
we opened
yeah.
a bottle of Meyer Chardonnay.
No,
no,
Da Silva Legato.
Legato.
And we had, because we were on our way back from the DRC, so we had the Clausen Chase open.
So she literally took a sip of, she's tasting the Da Silva Legato Chardonnay, and she literally went, what? Like, she was so surprised.
Yeah.
She's like, seriously? I thought I was just gonna say, oh, that's nice, a nice wine from Canada. But she's like, this is serious. She was like,
keeps saying, c'est charnu, c'est charnu. Oh mon Dieu, c'est charnu.
There they are.
It means like it's expressive. There's body, there's structure, and yeah, she was absolutely blown away. So Richard Da Silva, one of the head at the teaching facility at La Cité des Climats, was absolutely blown away.
She couldn't believe it.
No, she couldn't believe it. And she not only like I didn't even have to say, would you like to keep the bottle? She asked me, can I keep the bottle?
Share this with the other,
because tomorrow I have a team coming in.
Yeah.
And she said, I would like to blind taste all of them with that. So it was really, really cool. And when she tasted, so our comments on the Clausen Chase South Flow 2022, she said, holy shit, this is a classic Pinot. And she used a essential terminology.
Oh, yeah.
She said it's a very it's Pinot. How did she say that? Pinot. It's very peanut. Like radio keeps saying, often said it's Pinot-esque or so. Anyway, something. And she was super impressed how classic the Clausen Chase South Flow 2022 was. And we had a long chat about the quality of these two wines and how impressed she was. So I'm like, oh yeah, so I'm not the only one. I'm not the one who's just like in my bubble. We're just cheerleaders of Canadian wine. Some international taster that never tasted Canadian wine before were very, very, very impressed. It was so cool.
Really cool.
So for members who are planning to join us, who are already booked their trip with us, we're going to do something with her. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She is an absolute, like, she's super energetic and she's fun. So that's the lady on the left of the picture here. I can't recall her names. I have a list of all.
We have so many names.
I don't know.
So it's
I don't know.
very interesting in France. Most things are not on Google. Even if you like zoom in on the map, you won't really know what's what. And then they're not on reviews and stuff. So knowing where to go and what to do and what to taste and stuff is not super straightforward. A lot of places don't really have a website in Burgundy.
Many places.
And so you have to phone them. And what else did we learn? Just you need to get to know the locals to really know where the real spots are.
Okay. In Bligny, Les Baumes, our little village, our gîte, there's a little cafe in
Chez Coco.
Chez Coco, because her name is Coco. Anyway, I went there the first morning, and because
We look like aliens a little bit.
Oh yeah. I crossed the street. There's La Boulangerie to go get some fresh croissant and a coffee. And
but you can tell we're not from there. You can just tell the way we're dressed, the way we're walking.
We are talking, Mira and I, at a table, sipping on our espresso. And there's a tall guy at the bar because it's a bar. People drinking their espresso in the morning.
During that long period after lunch and before their like 7 p.m. dinner where they serve no food, they do serve wine, beer, hard alcohol, like any kind of drink you want is there, just not food.
Yeah. So the guy looked at me, he's like, where are you from? Because they talk to everybody. Everyone walked into that little cafe. Hi. Everyone says hi. And
they all know each other.
They all know each other. So we were clearly not from there. So that tall, big guy at the bar standing, and he's like, who are you? Where are you from? So it's, we're from Canada, blah, blah, blah. So a quick little conversation. He said, what are you doing here? So it's like, we're scoping. We're in the wine business. So I talk about a few things. And he said, I'm a tonnelier. So I'm a barrel maker. I'm like, holy shit, there you go. I'm looking for someone, like we're looking for that for our trip, right?
So we want to go see how the barrels are made.
So the guy is the head barrel makers for Cadus, one of the famous oak barrel producer in Burgundy. So I'm like, holy shit, are you kidding me? So anyway, long story short, blah, blah, blah. So now we got our barrel maker for our tour with the members. But not only that, Cadus are very close with the Jadot family, which they use all of the Cadus, like all of their wine barrel at Jadot are from Cadus. So he said, what we can do, we can show your members how we make the barrel in the morning and take them to the Jadot family winery in the afternoon. So anyway, by having a coffee at the local coffee shop and talking to that guy at the bar, we booked a full 1-day experience.
They also are looking into truffle hunting, which is like another bucket list kind of idea. They do have truffles in Burgundy.
Yep, they sure do.
And you can go truffle hunting. So something we'll look into as well if it's a possibility. But yes, these are amazing things that you can't just like show up in Burgundy and be like, oh yeah, I want to see how you make barrels and I want to go to this winery and this winery.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work that way there. This is why we had to go scope it out.
Scope it out and talk to people. If you just go and in your bubble and you don't talk to the local, there you go. I found
this.
I don't know if Daryl's listening right now, but I'm on the hunt for some DRCs. Domaine de la Romanée-Conti.
Was this in that cage that we saw?
No, this was at the little cafe when we had our mussels.
Okay. And they had that.
Yeah, they just randomly had 4 bottles of DRC sitting there.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a Les Grands Chazot, there's a Richebourg, Romanée Saint-Vivant. So anyway, so some DRC right there.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
So
And
you're in foodie heaven when they've got 4 random bottles of DRC
sitting there
there.
in the
And then
display.
you go to the bathroom, and in the bathroom, the walls are covered with like the people that work at the place and the owners in the vineyards at some famous wineries. They have a big sort of shrine to a famous French chef, so you're in foodie heaven when things like that happen. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's pretty cool. And maybe a little bit of a Chateau cleanse, Chateau the
Yeah, so this is one of the
Quincy.
chateaus. So with members next June, we're going to be staying at a chateau. And again, with the chateaus, they are not listed very easily anywhere. You kind of have to look around.
Talk to people.
Many times a full chateau is not like normally available for rent. It's not like they have, oh, just click here to rent it or whatever. But if you phone around and you talk to people, you can find them and convince them to rent them to you for a week. So this is kind of what we were up to with one of the chateaus here. It's super impressive. Oh my goodness. It is impressive when you go in there. And that's the backyard. That's just a small little sliver of it.
20 acres.
I can't, we don't have enough internet to get all the pictures on here for you guys, but it is pretty spectacular. So that's the kind of thing we're hoping to find. One of the things we've realized is like king size bed, queen size bed. That's a very North American word. They don't know. They measure in centimeters. They're like, how many centimeters do you want this bed to be? I'm like, I don't know, 170, 180. They're like, yeah, around there. We've got a few. And then their bathroom situation is different because these buildings are literally like hundreds of years old.
Oh, this one is 700 years old.
And so you can imagine that plumbing was different 700 years ago. So they do not have the plumbing situation.
The toilet is not in the bathroom. Most of the time.
Most of the time the toilet's around the corner, but then you've got like the sink somewhere and the shower somewhere
else.
And so it's pretty interesting. And we're definitely trying to do rooms where you have an ensuite so that each couple in the group has their private bathroom. So that's been a challenge with the chateaus.
Yeah,
You have to see
exactly.
a few, and we still haven't found the perfect one, but we have a lot of leads that we're following
Yeah.
up on. So,
I think this one is a
oh, this is worthwhile to mention. So the cheeses are everything that they're cracked up to be. They're just wow.
Yeah.
They're truly wow.
Yeah.
The cheeses are like
The one in the
nothing.
middle won the gold medal. The one in the middle won the gold medal at Cheese of the World.
Oh, plate here.
The one at top left was truly the best cheese we have.
Yeah, that yellowy one, the round one there. Oh, it's probably the best cheese I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of cheeses.
Same here.
Holy. And then on a whole nother note, we found this fun little place just open in Beaune.
Our kids had
So the French don't do fast food, okay? Like if you go to McDonald's, it'll take 15 minutes in the drive-through. Like they do not do fast food. If you go eat, it's going to be a minimum of an hour and a half at a restaurant.
Oh, minimum.
And the food is worth it. Like you might be upset to wait that long, but then you get the food and you're like, I don't care. I could have waited double, whatever. It's so good. So they tried this sort of fast food style thing.
That's a little like counter. Like you pick up you order and they make you poutine. Like
this is not like there's no other places like this in Beaune and Burgundy that we saw where it's just like takeout. Like no one does takeout. They're like, why would you take out the food? You'll ruin it.
Ruined.
Ruined. So they did this though, and we thought, well, we're Canadian, we better have some smash burger and poutine. And they were super interested to hear like what we thought of it because they're like, oh yeah, we've never been to Canada. We just heard about this poutine thing, and we tried to recreate it, sort of, and it was delicious, but nothing like poutine.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any because I'm celiac and the gluten thing. But the thing that I noticed, but I'm like banging my head on the wall. It took 25 minutes to get a freaking
One
poutine,
poutine.
and we were just like the only one there.
So
Oh,
funny.
that's
Yeah,
pretty
they
funny. Like
literally chopped the potatoes in front of us. They soaked
chatting.
them, and like it was so fresh and so good. But it was just like, guys, this is not fast food.
Like, come on, let's go. We got to go here.
We thought we were getting poutine takeout. It's going to take 2 minutes. No, this is France. They did it proper. It was
Oh, it
so
is.
good. But yeah, definitely. If you want fast food, France is not the place.
Even at McDonald's, we like our kids got us to stop at McDonald's, and literally we parked in the drive-through. At
And the food tasted so freaking healthy and real that I'm like, this is not McDonald's. This is like, I don't know.
but it took
It's
20 minutes in the drive-through.
Yes,
It was
everything's
handbagging.
like made
And funny, I asked for a
really
coffee,
fresh,
and
really
a
good.
fancy latte came out. I was like, I just wanted a coffee, a
Yeah,
McDonald's coffee.
yeah. No,
Uh,
they're amazing.
yeah,
But you can't be in a rush. So
can't,
it was kind of good. I was like, you
can't.
know what? This is just
It's good for
teaching
it's good for
ourselves
the.
to not be in a rush. Because
But yes, and before we let you go, because
gotta get to sleep. Gotta
I
get
think
to
it's 2
sleep.
third in the morning here or something. Anyway, I wanted to let you know that okay, here in Romania, because we brought with us some Canadian wines, and I was thinking of going to
We were hoping to get to Vienna by an overnight train because we thought that would be really cool. But
and
I
I
had
had
a bad feeling about it. We ended up not doing that. And good thing because the train we were supposed to be on got canceled.
got canceled, and the train system got on not on strike,
Well,
but
no, there were problems with the
all
train. So
frozen for a couple
I'm
of
glad
days
we didn't end up doing that.
because we have been
But we
badly
thought,
stuck.
how cool would it be if we tasted a Gruner Veltliner in Europe with another like European Gruner from Austria, right? And maybe we'll still find one. We've got a few more days left.
Yeah,
We've
but I
tried in a
have
few
also
places.
we had no, but this is our Gruner from the Okanagan Observatory. Blair Gittingham, who lived in Austria, started his career in Germany and Austria, and he makes some outstanding Gruner. Okay, right near Summerland. Like, and so he gave me a bottle to take with me in Europe.
We have it in the glass right now.
That's in my glass. And tonight we had dinner with some of Mira's family here in that little mountain town of Romania, and we had that Romanian
Sauvignon Blanc from Romania.
It's Sauvignon Blanc and Feteasca Alba.
Fetasca Alba.
Fetasca Alba.
Which is, I think, an indigenous kind of grape from around here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
taught the Romanians what was a cork bottle was because the first one was cork.
Yeah, he's like, well, it's very musty. It's very
but
and then he's like, it's corked, isn't it? Like, I think it's a bit corked. We got the second one, and it's not corked. And it's
that is very, very good. And then there's some similarity between that small batch Gruner Veltliner from the Okanagan and that Sauvignon Blanc and Fetasca Alba,
yeah.
which is an indigenous grape here from Romania. I have to say, I had a blast tasting these two wines side by side. There's some similarities. I found out by tasting this wine that 2024 in Romania was a hot vintage.
Yeah, he's like talking to the locals, and he's like, "Was it hot last year here?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it was really hot last year." He's like, "Yeah, I can tell. The wine tells me it's hot."
Yeah,
And he's like, there are volcanoes in this area. And they're like, oh, yeah, they're known as the mud volcanoes. And he's like, yeah, I can tell that too. So,
because it's the finish is kind of volcanic finish, like a little saltiness, a little minerality in the back end of that wine. And the wine is a little high alcohol, very rich as well. I was like, yeah, this is probably from a hot. Anyway, so that was pretty fun. And the local was like, did you know a Romanian wine? I was like, no, I don't know anything about it. I just tasted it. So that was fun. But that Gruner is super, super, super good. If you don't know anything about observatory wine, it's kind of new. But Blair Gillingham spent some times at Noble Ridge and spent some times like in many places in the Okanagan. Now this is his own project and he's rocking his Gruner Veltliner. This 2022 is absolutely fantastic. So Yeah, cheers to that. Cheers to all of you.
Very good.
But yeah,
I'm just reading through it, and stainless and oak. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
really
Very
neutral.
delicious.
Yeah.
Because Gruner is fairly new to Canada,
Mhm.
but originally from Austria.
Mhm.
Correct? Yeah. So fingers crossed. We'll let you know next week if we end up finding a Gruner in the next 24 hours that we can taste here before we start to make our trek back across Europe back to Canada. But boy, is it ever good on its own, even without another Gruner to taste side by
Yeah,
side.
but I mean, Fetasca Alba and Sauvignon Blanc blended together fit the bills a little bit too.
Yeah, like you said, if you had to guess with that one, you'd say it's Sauvignon Blanc with some Viognier.
Yeah, with a splash of Viognier, there's that kind of like little tropical, like coming up after a little zestiness, but the volcanic soil brings some minerality in the back end. There's some bright acid, but especially for the warm vintage, a little higher alcohol, so there's texture. Both of these wines have both textures. And there's some like passion fruits in both. A little pear, poached pear, but also some zing, like sweet lime. So yeah, I really enjoyed both of these wines. So that was really cool. Uh, so yeah.
That's it, guys,
Oh,
for that.
do you have a staircase?
No, it
No.
won't load. But I found my dream staircase. It is a lit up staircase, and it has all the climat,
Yeah, all the
the
appellations.
regions
Yeah, like all the little village, like
in
Gévry,
Burgundy.
Chambertin,
So I said we
Meursault.
got to do that for a staircase, but we've got to put all my favorite Canadian wine regions on the staircase. So as you go up, you see the names of different regions. It's
On
pretty
the
fun.
back of the stairs, right? Like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So what's coming up in the club, Carl Boucher? And we're back next week. We're going to be featuring Benjamin Bridge very soon, and we're so excited for the first time. Right?
First time ever as a weekly feature. So we still have one last chance to send you guys about Tightrope, which was an absolute resounding success. The wines are going to hit the road in the next couple of days. For people who are listening and wondering where your packages are. So this Benjamin Bridge coming up. After that, we're looking at Batchelder, we're looking at Clos du Soleil, we're looking at what's that little guy from
180.
Ontario? No. From Ontario. Anyway, that was our top cap franc. I'm tired. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, you really.
Okay. But yeah, some incredible stuff. But that's next one, Benjamin Bridge, coming your way in a few days.
Very shortly. And
Very short
also
days.
there is our advent calendar.
Advent calendar is coming up too. Advent calendar is coming up too.
That was a lot of fun last year. We're definitely doing that again. So that's what's coming up in the club. We'll be back to normal time zones and not tired very soon. But we wanted to give you guys that quick update and hope you have
by next
fabulous
show will be held in
back in Canada.
in the Okanagan. We should be home. So hopefully all of our flights line up. But yeah, thanks for being here. Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members. Thank you. See you next time.
Cheers.